Hi, everybody. This is Dr. Avena with BrainMD Health. I'm so excited to be here. There's a couple things I wanted to talk to you about today. We got a few different things going on. Right now, we're in the middle of our 30 Days to a Better Brain campaign, and I hope everybody's still real excited about this and participating. To me, this has been super fun to just have these daily little reminders of things that we can do to just boost our brain health and to help us to have a better brain. I see we got a lot of people joining here. We got people from New York, which I love. That's my favorite city. I'm a New York girl. It's really great to see so many people joining. And so again, I'm Dr. Avena with BrainMD. We're going to talk about a couple things. I want to just check in with everybody to see how they're doing with the 30 Days to a Better Brain campaign. And I'm really just curious, what's your favorite daily tasks that we've done? I mean, there's so many of these that I think I've gone back and actually redone because I found them to be just so valuable and so useful. And so, for instance, getting more sleep. To me, that's something that I feel like so many of us struggle with, and making it a priority and thinking about ways where we can actually just do these little things to kind of tweak our routine to make sure we're getting more sleep. It can really just make such a world of difference in how you feel. Another one that I've really liked is from way back, just boosting your exercise, even by 5 minutes a day, tacking on a couple of minutes of exercise here and there. Over the course of a year, think about it. Think about how many extra calories you're burning. Think about how you're improving your cardiovascular health. It's really all about these kind of little changes that people could make that can have such a world of difference. And so I think having these little daily steps that we take is really just a great way to improve our brain health and improve our overall physical health as well. And so it's not about making these like giant changes. It's really about the small things and really just doing little things each day. And that's why I love this whole idea of doing one thing each day for 30 days. And then you can pick and choose the ones that you want to repeat and, really just build this into your whole wellness repertoire. I think it's a great thing to do. So another thing I wanted to touch base with everybody on is we have a new product that dropped, and I'm so excited about this. This is Calm My Brain, and this is our newest product that's out. This is designed for fast-acting relief of feelings of anxiousness. Now, I wanted to take a few minutes to talk about anxiousness and anxiety because I'm a neuroscientist, so I think about the brain all the time. And I think this is something that we all struggle with. Everybody struggles with anxiety at some point in their life. And that's okay because our brains were actually wired and designed so that we can cope with anxiety. We have this fight or flight or freeze response that is part of our stress system. So when we encounter stressors in our daily life, whether they're major or minor, our stress system is activated to allow us to cope with them so we can figure out how we can deal with them appropriately. Now, so all of us are going to experience stress at some point or another, and that's completely fine. But what happens is that, especially in our daily lives, those stressors can mount. We can find that, we're having more and more stressors pile up, and sometimes we just need to take a step back, breathe, relax, think about what we need to do. And sometimes something like Calm My Brain can really help you to do that. This is great because it's fast-acting relief for anxiousness, for feelings of anxiousness. And I want to talk to you a little bit about some of the ingredients here because I think that these are important because these are the things that are going to be helpful. So magnesium, one of the ingredients that we have in Calm My Brain is magnesium. And having sufficient amounts of magnesium is important because magnesium is important for helping us to, basically have our brains function in a way that they need to. It's crucial for feelings of coping with feelings of anxiousness and also with stress. And there's 4 different magnesium compounds in Calm My Brain. And so that's important to know. And these were chosen to be in the supplement because of the way in which our body is able to absorb and utilize them. And so the type of magnesium that you're going to find in this product is going to be the type of magnesium that your body can actually absorb and utilize in an appropriate way. Also, this product contains ashwagandha. Now, for those of you who don't know, ashwagandha is a root extract, and in this particular product, we're using only the best. We're using KSM 66, and this has been the form of ashwagandha that's been very well studied, and there's been lots of research that have looked at this and its role in helping to reduce feelings of anxiousness, helping to reduce feelings of stress, and also helping with sleep, believe it or not. And so another component that I want to talk about is L-theanine. Now, L-theanine is where the fast-acting component comes in, because L-theanine is the ingredient that we're going to see effects happening often within the hour in some studies. And studies have shown that when this is taken consistently, it can help the body to cope with feelings of stress, and it can also lengthen or lessen those feelings of anxiousness that we tend to get, especially when we're caught up in the moment. And so other studies have shown that it can also have an impact on sleep and help to support our sleep health. So this is really our cast of characters: the magnesium, which we know is important to overall brain health, and also ashwagandha and L-theanine. Those are the three ingredients that I wanted to talk about today, that these are the things that we're finding in Calm My Brain. Again, new product that just dropped on BrainMD's website, and you can go there and order it now. You also can take a look at some of the other products that are, really, I think, designed to help us deal with feelings of stress and anxiousness. And I think this is so important now more so than ever, because we're still coping with the pandemic life and all the stresses that are associated with that. And I think that we need to really keep in mind that there are things that we can do to support our feelings of anxiety and our feelings of stress. And so making sure we're getting good sleep, making sure we're taking care of our nutrition, making sure we're eating good foods. It's not, really just about avoiding the processed foods, which we all know is important, but it's also about choosing the right types of foods. We want to support our overall wellness by getting a variety of fruits and vegetables in our diet, making sure we're getting enough protein. A lot of times, people feel lethargic and irritable, especially if they've started a new diet or if they're trying a new way of eating. And sometimes it's because they're not getting enough protein. Our brains need protein and our bodies need protein in order to function correctly. So it's very important that you're not skimping out on the protein. Making sure that you're getting that from good, healthy sources is key to your wellness, but also to making sure that your brain's going to function properly. And also, we want to focus on, really trying to minimize stress where we can in our life. I think that for me, I'm a working mom. I got little kids at home, juggling lots of different things. I'm sure many people here can relate. It can be tough to figure out, where can I cut out stressors? What's going to give? And so I think that's really where it becomes important to reflect on how you want to live your life. Think about, what are the things that are important to you? What are things that maybe are important to you now, but maybe they could be important to you later too? Maybe you don't need to attend to everything that you have on your to-do list right now. Maybe there are things you could schedule out for a couple of weeks. One of the things that I found to be really helpful with managing stress is managing tasks. Knowing that we have a whole long list of things that we have to do each day, it can be overwhelming sometimes. If you have so many things going on, it can really be tough to juggle it all. And so I like to delegate the tasks, if not to somebody else, preferably, then I like to delegate them to my future self, okay? So just because, I might have a few loads of laundry that need to be folded, it doesn't mean that they have to be done right away. Maybe I can get my older daughter to do it or my younger daughter to help me do it. Or maybe I can pencil it in for 3 days from now because we have plenty of clothes to last us for the next couple of days. Same with work tasks. We constantly have things being thrown at us with our jobs, with our volunteering, with, whatever it is that you do on a day-to-day basis that makes you excited and happy. And all these things are great, but sometimes they can be too much. And so think about how you might want to prioritize them, and maybe things that don't have to get done right this moment can be moved to a future date. And I actually do that with my agenda. I have that in my calendar on my computer, and I also have it on my little, written agenda that I still keep, where I'll write down tasks that need to be done a week from now or 2 weeks from now. And then that way they're out of mind until they need to be attended to. So I think that, it's really important that we're aware of things that can be sources of stress, things that can promote anxiety, so that we can learn how to live with them and learn how to cope with them. And if it comes to it and we need some additional help, we can look at something like Calm My Brain. And again, I mentioned before, but I'm going to mention again, the cast of characters that we have here, the 3 main ingredients that make this product so great is the fact that it has fast-acting L-theanine. It also contains magnesium, and it also contains ashwagandha, KSM-66 ashwagandha, which, as I mentioned, is the form of ashwagandha that's been most well studied, and there's lots of research behind it. And so this combination of ingredients has been selected to help to support our body's ability and our brain's ability to be able to cope with those feelings of anxiousness and to be able to cope with the stress that comes along with life sometimes. So I think that I hope everyone's enjoying the Better Brain campaign and sticking with their plan and really getting into this. I mean, I've been so excited by it. I've been working on this with my 2 daughters, and every morning, we pick out what our next thing's going to be, and sometimes we're repeating things from the days before because they were just so invigorating and we found them to just make such a positive impact on our life. So I hope you do the same, because there's lots of great tips in here, lots of different things that you can do to boost your brain and to boost your brain health. And it's really just a great way to take some time for yourself. And I think that's a big thing we also need to be mindful of when it comes to our feelings of anxiousness and trying to de-stress. One of the best things you can do for your health is to make sure that you're taking time for yourself. Remember that self-care. And self-care is not selfish. I think that's something that we need to constantly remind ourselves. If we need to take a step away, it's okay to do that. You should do that. You need to do that. You need to make sure that you're making yourself a priority in your life. And a lot of times it can be really difficult to do that, especially when we have so many different things being thrown at us, when we're wearing so many different hats. I know for me, I've found that, working from home a lot more, it forces you to wear those multiple hats at the same time. So, not only are you the worker bee that's on the computer, maybe working from home, but you're also, the mom, and you're also the person who's cleaning up the house and, dealing with the household chores. So again, I think a lot of us are wearing a lot of hats, and sometimes when you're wearing them all at the same time, it can get really stressful. So keep that in mind. Think about how you can take some steps to care for yourself, to think about what you can do to make sure you're protecting yourself so that you can have a nice, calm, and relaxing day. So I'm going to leave you guys with that. Definitely go to brainmd.com. Check out Calm My Brain. I love this product. It's really something that I think could be very helpful to people, especially those that are struggling with feelings of anxiousness and feel like they need a little something to help them. This is something you definitely should check out. Thanks, everyone.